fighting with Drew, fighting with Angela, and I was wrong. And coming into this, I want to get to know these girls. But then I felt like there was an alliance formed.
Shamea's drama with the group became one of the biggest talking points at the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 17 reunion. For the first time, she had the chance to openly explain why so many of her friendships had become complicated. It quickly became clear that this wasn't about one argument or one person. Throughout the season, Shamea had faced tension with several women, and the reunion brought those unresolved issues right back into the spotlight. While defending herself, Shamea also admitted there were moments when she could have handled things differently. Still, she wanted the group to understand what had pushed her to react the way she did, and why these conflicts had become so difficult to ignore.
Shamea, did you expect to be at the center of a lot of conflict this year?
In the beginning, no. I owned my last year. I was fighting with Drew, fighting with Angela, and I was wrong. And coming into this, I want to get to know these girls. But then I felt like there was an alliance formed. And I felt like they became the lapdog that they called me.
Who is they?
They were all fighting other people's battles.
Pinky and K. Michelle, you were vocal about the change in Shamea. How did it feel to see the change happen in real time?
The Shamea that I know prior to me being in the girl group is bubbly. She got a big personality. Everybody wants to be around her. She's the life of the party. Like, you get around her, and if you're having a bad day, your bad day turns into a good day.
Aww.
And I mean that. Seeing her navigate through all of these arguments, I'm like, this ain't you. Like, snap out of it. What is going on? So I pray that after this, whatever that cloud was, like, evaporates.
Well, you're looking at the cloud.
So, which is why we're here.
Okay, so
We're the cloud?
so everybody over here is the cloud?
And that's the unfortunate thing. I started feeling like, damn, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. If I speak up about it, I'm wrong. If I don't speak up about it, I'm a pushover, I'm a lapdog, and I'm sweeping it under the rug.
Marsha from Glendale said, Shamea, you have beef with everyone on the cast. What responsibility do you take for this situation?
I've owned it. I mean, I do own it. With the, you okay, Drew?
I'm listening.
Okay, yeah. You just like, I'm going to tell
I'm
you.
actually listening
Okay.
to you.
Thank you. With the situation with Drew last year, I asked the question about you and Dennis. And it was initially said that I said, are you effing Dennis? That's not how I said it. But there was no accountability, right? That was the first thing. That's how we kind of got off that.
That's where it started.
And we can talk about last year.
Yeah.
It's up for everybody.
That's how it started, right?
That's where I was
And no one put me up to that. That was my question. I was defending somebody, right?
Exactly.
I'm
So
telling
that
you.
was but for me that felt like
I already said that.
a 2 versus 1 that I didn't deserve yet again.
Right. So I apologize, right? Even on my YouTube apology, I'm sorry. At Kelly's event, I'm sorry.
Okay, you apologized, right? And then the same outfit, the same look,
coulda
you
went
also
worse.
you shaded me and you said, I could have went worse. I went nice, but I could go harder for you. That sounds like a threat.
Okay, I don't mean to hurt your feelings. If I ever lend an apology, it's authentic. It's coming from a real space.
Just apologize and then let's move forward.
Oh my God.
You shouldn't
Okay, but now I'm
apologize
done
and say,
apologizing.
but you can get this smoke. I apologize, but.
No one has yet to apologize to me, but I've moved on. Down to Angela. I thought we finished it last year.
No, you didn't, because you then said I set my husband up in the off season. You
I
started
said your
this
receipts
season.
didn't land, and
No,
they
you
didn't.
said-
Me and Phaedra ain't even tight like that, but they didn't
But
land.
I see you in a picture with the man, Shamea.
I take pictures with everybody.
But him,
I work for the Hogs.
of all particular,
I don't even know which guy it is. Can you
But
show
I
it to me?
showed
I
him
don't
to you
even
at
know.
your house. This is him with you. Shamea, you don't know this man, so he just know everybody.
Cheers if your name is Angela and your husband's cheating on you.
I let that go. I let go of the
This is my
fact
first
that
time hearing
I
this,
let-
FYI, Andy. I've never
You
heard Andy
not-
say anything about June
I showed
bugs.
you the
Okay.
picture at your house, Shamea.
Okay, I don't know. I'm confused.
Okay, all right, go on. We have a question from Angela Oakley from Atlanta, Georgia. Shamea, looking back at the season, what was the biggest lie you told on camera that you thought nobody would catch?
Well, they aren't as big as the ones that you told.
What lie have I told?
Girl, Falcons, Hawks, I'm still waiting you to give me those names.
But you shut me up.
George. No, I didn't. And
What does
I
the
said it.
cease and desist mean? You put $100,000 amount on there.
Girl, speak up. Answer, if you have those
Cease and
receipts, speak
desist
up.
means shut up.
Am I correct?
No,
Phaedra?
cease and
When you're
desist means
supposed to
shut
speak,
up.
all right,
Okay, so a cease and desist legally means you want someone to stop doing something.
unless In this paperwork, it says.
I didn't read your
It does say it. I'll show it to you.
So you're saying, so if she doesn't come up with the name, you're gonna sue her?
If you can't produce the names,
you don't have an
then
actionable
shut
plan.
up.
But you never gave me the chance. You shushed me.
Girl, please.
Okay, Drew, why did you pretend Terry surprised you with a horse at Shamea's Halloween party?
Pretend? Because he was
Why are
Jay-Z.
you saying pretend?
I don't know that man. I do not know that man.
Who invited him to Shamea's?
Exactly.
Walter did.
Walter, Kenya's ex?
No, her hair guy.
Your hair guy.
Walter.
Okay, let me ask you this. Did Drew ever pay you back the $2,200?
No. And let me tell you the problem with it, right? There was no effort. There was no I'm sorry. There was no nothing.
I apologize. I will definitely apologize. I share in the frustration of the horse, okay? I didn't even know what to do, okay? I was very mortified, embarrassed, taken aback, flabbergasted,
And I didn't want to embarrass you, but it's like you didn't even own it.
We can agree. This is probably the one thing we can agree on.
You know what? The apology is enough for me. I know what you're going through.
Good.
I know what your life is like right now. I don't want your money. I wanted your apology.
Okay, good.
Your own.
Shamea apologized for the moments when she felt she could have handled certain situations differently, but she wasn't ready to let the conversation end there. She also wanted to explain why those situations had bothered her so deeply and what eventually pushed her to feel uncomfortable around the group. Rather than simply denying everything or refusing to accept responsibility, Shamea tried to give the women a better understanding of how she reached that point. Her complicated relationship with Portia quickly became one of the biggest topics during the reunion. Their friendship had already fallen apart before the reunion, but the tension between them was still obvious. Shamea explained that there were things she had previously ignored or chosen to overlook while they were friends. However, after repeatedly dealing with those issues, she eventually reached a point where she could no longer pretend everything was fine. With the entire group involved, Shamea attempted to explain how those experiences affected her relationships with the other women. She seemed determined to address each conflict individually instead of accepting the idea that she was responsible for all the problems. She gave more context behind her reactions and tried to make it clear that her behavior did not happen without a reason. But as Shamea continued explaining herself, the conversation became increasingly intense. The reunion showed how difficult it can be to defend yourself when several disagreements have already piled up. She had to answer questions about her actions, friendships, and comments she had made throughout the season. At certain points, the discussion stopped being about one incident and became a bigger conversation about the breakdown between Shamea and the group. What made the moment especially interesting was Shamea's attempt to make everyone understand that her reactions came from a longer history. She wanted the women to acknowledge that certain experiences had influenced the way she responded to them. At the same time, she recognized that she had played a role in some conflicts and couldn't completely avoid taking responsibility. That combination made the reunion segment even more emotional. Shamea was defending her perspective while also admitting that she wasn't perfect. Instead of presenting herself as completely innocent, she tried to explain where she believed she had gone wrong while making it clear that the other women also had a part in the growing tension. For Shamea, this reunion was an opportunity to finally put her side of the story on the table. She wanted the group to understand why friendships changed, but repairing those damaged bonds would take time to heal.